2 months on then, 1,500 miles in on the 2024 Toyota Yaris Cross. I realise this will sound like confirmation bias, but I've been very pleased with my choice, both of the car itself, but also of the trim chosen, the base level icon with almost no lust after extras on the higher trim levels. I've watched other reviews, usually of the GR Sport or Premier trims, since these are the top-of-the-line models that Toyota wants to lend out and get reviewed, which is all well and good, but the Premier trim at £32,000 is £7,000 more than the base icon, which is £25,000, and reviewers put little thought into advising anyone watching the pennies because they're just borrowing the car for a week. They're not actually paying for it. Me, I actually wanted the smaller wheels since they decrease air resistance and give you better economy, apparently. I actually wanted the light interior in trim in the icon since we found the dark interior on all the more expensive trims other than the Excel too oppressive. I actually wanted less gadgets, so no heated seats, no heated steering wheel, no cross traffic, reversing alarm and so on, because there's less to go wrong. And because I don't live in the Arctic Circle. I actually wanted the smaller touchscreen since it means physical volume controls and enough room for the long rubberized storage tray that I find really handy. I actually wanted a white car again, so Toyota quoting £700 or so extra for any colour other than white didn't bother me in the slightest. Now, for transparency, there was a £1,000 deal on when I ordered, so my white Yaris Cross icon cost me £24,500 or so, minus a decent part exchange deal in my case. There was a lot of possible upselling at the dealer, of course, multi-year extended warranty on tyres, bodywork and so on, the offer of an armour coat on the paint, all sounded good and worthy, but if I'd said yes to all of them, that was another £2,000 on the price of the car, and I was already stretching my budget. Plus, keeping track of extended warranties is, I think, one of modern life's hassles. I'd rather just keep things simple. The one thing I regretted not adding was Toyota's dashcam, which integrates into the rear mirror assembly. I believe I was quoted £150 if fitted at the factory at build time. When I inquired after delivery, it's £450 for a retrofit, so I'm living with my existing £40 Amazon special, even if it does tie up the 12-volt socket in the car. Having done a video on hypermiling in my first few weeks and seeing 75 plus miles per gallon, I can report that over all road types, including motorways and over 1,500 miles of family use and normal driving, I'm getting just under 71 miles per gallon, which is still 16% more than Toyota quotes. I do drive reasonably sensibly though, no drag races, and I do drive with the car in eco mode if I'm not in a hurry, which I'm sure all helps. As does not carrying too much weight. If I had the whole family in for every trip, I'm sure Toyota's quoted 60 or so miles per gallon would be closer. I do get questions all the time from friends about performance, usually saying they couldn't give up their manual gearbox and traditional petrol car because they enjoy the acceleration, the rising revs, the feel of driving. To which I respond, hop in. I then put the Yaris Cross in power mode and speed legally around some roads with the combination of the now software unrestricted 1.5 litre petrol engine and the electric motor working in tandem to give maximum torque, producing easily enough driving fun, I think, for most people. Friends then question the extra weight and complexity of a hybrid. Aren't I lugging around two different propulsion systems? Well, not really. The motor generators actually weigh less than a traditional clutch and gearbox. Now throw in the under rear seat 1 kilowatt-hour hybrid battery and the weight works out about even, yet with far more flexibility, especially round town. And don't get me started on the sheer weight of a full-on electric car. That's another rant for another video, as you've seen. The niggles from my 5 things video do remain, principally not having a reliable physical play pause button for media and not having USB ports in the rear for the family. But these are small in the grand scheme of things, and Toyota will hopefully fix both, maybe well in the next iteration of the car in 2026 or beyond. The styling is growing on me. It's not the futuristic teardrop shape I thought I'd be driving in 2024. Judging from my sketches as a teenager and illustrations and sci-fi annuals in the late 70s, the Yaris Cross is a bit bulbous, a bit bullish, but I might learn to love it in time. For now, it's what the car can do that matters. It's efficient in terms of internal versus road space. It's functional. So my verdict is exactly 2 months then. Top notch. I'd have found too much to complain about in the pre-2024 Yaris Cross, the older model, and I'd have paid too much money and had to wait ages if I'd gone for a more expensive trim. But my white Icon trim is just about perfect for me. Give me a beep if you see me gliding around Berkshire.